Welcome, guys, to Public Diversion. My name is Chris. That guy with the beautiful design in the background, that's Trevor. And the big guy down below, that's Ben. We're a YouTube channel / podcast, and we talk about everything. We talk about sports. We talk about life. We give you drink recommendations. We talk about TV shows, movies, everything. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because every week we're giving you some new content. So first off, as we speak right now, we could be watching the game, but instead we're over here with you guys, trying to give you guys something special. But right now we're going through this new thing that the NBA has created, the play-in tournament. The Lakers are playing right now. They're up by 1. What do you guys think of this whole play-in tournament? I know, Ben, you have to have some opinions. Do you like the play-in tournament? What do you think?
If I was a player, I think I would hate it. But as of now, as a fan, I think I enjoy it. It gives you a couple more extra games to watch, a couple more extra games to bet on if you're able to find a place to do that. And it adds a little more excitement. It gives a chance for teams that normally would be tanking at that 9, 8, 11 spot, and gives them a little hope of possibly making the playoffs and give them that little extra chance. So I'm all for it. Give me more games, it gives me more excitement, more reason to watch.
Do you think it's after LeBron all of a sudden tweets that he didn't even tweet, he said it in the post-game interview, he was like, oh, whoever created it should be fired. Do you think that, don't you guys think like, because he never talked about it like that before, don't you think it's only because he's involved in it? Like,
yeah, to a certain degree, yes. I think it's more because he's involved in it right now, but I mean, they're trying to do new things. NBA's losing ratings. At least that's what it looks like. And every single sport is. And they're trying to figure out ways of interjecting energy into the watching experience and making actually games matter. Because 82 games, I mean, does all 82 really matter? 162 games in baseball, do all 162 really matter?
True.
It's just adds more to the meaning of the season, I feel, but we'll see if it's here to stick around or not. I have a feeling it's gonna be, but again, we'll see how the ratings look once these games are all wrapped up and done.
I just think they're trying to recoup money. Like they're not having a full 82, so they figured out a clever way to add more revenue since they haven't had any seats filled, and now that they can get some butts in the seats and charge more because it's a playoff game.
Well, see, that's what I don't like. I don't like the classification of a playoff game because, like yesterday with the freaking Charlotte game, they were saying, "Oh, what's their first playoff game?" No, like I don't consider that a playoff game. I consider that a freaking sucker game.
Well, they call it a play-in game.
No, but yeah, they should call it call it a play-in game, not a playoff, because it's a sucker playoff. So they didn't earn it. So, and they definitely didn't play yesterday like they earned it, like they earned a playoff spot. It was just like another freaking game. Seemed like they were still tanking, not intentionally, but it seemed like they were still tanking, even though they're in the play-in game.
Yeah,
it was just terrible. But I like it. I personally do like the potential that it has because I always hated the tanking at the end of the season, and so now, not that you can't tank, but you know, I think it incentivizes. So I like it. I'm a fan. I hope it stays.
I just wish that they went back to having the first round 5 games like they did before, right? It was 3 way back in the day, but 5. No, you don't like it, but I love the whole anyone could win in that first round.
They just have March Madness. Just have every game one single elimination.
I don't mind that.
Have all 32 teams play.
NBA wouldn't do that though. No, because one person gets hurt, it's over.
The same thing if in a 7-game or 5-game or 3-game series, one person gets hurt, it's pretty much over.
But you have different opportunity. A 7-game series is long. I like
it is.
You know, I'm a fan that the NBA does have that.
Yeah, I think a 7-game series definitely is the best team will win every single time to a certain degree.
But remember when the Nuggets beat the Sonics? Don't tell me that wasn't amazing. or when the 6th seed when the 6th seed Rockets won.
Yeah, that's the lowest seed to ever win a NBA championship.
Which might not have happened if they had a 7-game series in the first round.
Yeah, I think they played Utah that series, and they went all 5 games.
Yeah.
what I always hated is that because like I'm a fan of this whole thing where I truly believe the best team will win in baseball and basketball and football, you can't even do that because of the injury risk. So you kind of have to stay at that one game. But I wonder if sometime in the future they're gonna be able to find a way of changing that one game, the one game playoffs. Because I mean that's just hard. Like
You're talking for March Madness?
no football.
Oh, for football. Football is way too
Like
difficult.
how do you? I mean, you can't. I mean, there's injuries, so you can't possibly play more games. But at the same time, like people get lucky, man. A field goal, like freaking, just it's just different. I always just felt like football was just in a league of its own. But it does make it so much more exciting, and that's kind of why I like the play-in series because it's one game, potentially two, potentially two, actually. Right?
Yeah.
If the Lakers lose today, which they're down one now, freaking
they'll
trash.
play. Yeah, they'll play. They'll play. The Grizzlies in a couple days
for the eighth
seed,
right?
But that'll be, dude. They'll walk all over them, and then they'll get to play Utah with like
that's what everybody said about today.
A battered Spider-Man, whatever you call him. Like, is he completely healthy yet? Because if he's not, that's exactly who the Lakers want to play because I know they don't want to deal with the Phoenix Suns right now.
No, I don't think anybody wants to deal with the Suns right now.
Yeah, so that seems like, I'm not saying this game is intentional, but it feels like, playing themselves in a position to deal with them and then have to deal with the Clippers who are they're not all there. They're a little afraid.
Well, the positive with winning this game is you give LeBron and AD more rest going into the series against the Suns. But no, I get what you're saying. You would rather play against an injured Donovan Mitchell than a entirely healthy Phoenix Suns team. So right. Yeah. I see where you're coming with that.
Yeah.
So you actually, well, I mean, I didn't expect this game to be so close. You actually feel like it's a little bit of tanking, then, Trev?
I don't know because. And if you have Curry in one game, you got a shot. So yeah, that's hard to say. I was telling my roommate that I was kind of hoping that Klay Thompson would be like, da 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 da. Guess what, guys? I'm healthy. Right. They're like, whoa, and they come in and they start wrecking shot because they have a team. The way that they're built, they could hit open threes. They're only going to be even more open and more free to do stuff. Wiggins is going to even shoot even better because of that freedom. Having Klay and Steph, which he hasn't had. So
Wiggins actually has been stepping up. He's been
I've
seen him play in a minute.
Yeah, that's what I was really interested to see whenever they decide to open up the lines for next year's NBA championship, where the Warriors are going to be ranked at. They're going to be actually up there in the top, or where they're going to be at.
If the Warriors make it deep in the playoffs, is Klay on the? Is he on the block for it or no?
He's done for the whole season.
Yeah, he's done.
He's done.
He technically can come. Wait, he got hurt in.
I think December? I would think he would have had to put in some kind of paperwork stating that he can be eligible to come back during the playoffs.
Really?
Before the playoffs started, yeah, I think you have to do that. Maybe wrong. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Well, yeah, you're right. They would have to free up a roster spot.
You have to have to have a roster. You have to have your 15-man roster in with the league for the playoffs. Now, if someone got hurt and someone tore their Achilles or messed up their knee or whatever, and they were done for the playoffs, then I think you can add somebody off. You could add somebody on that's a free agent, but I think before you come on the playoffs, you have to have a 15-man roster submitted, and that's your only players you can have, except for injuries.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the games yesterday?
No, I didn't get a chance to. I was working all day.
Oh, I mean, it's good. It's good. They were terrible.
That's what I heard.
Oh my God!
I was really rooting. I really wanted Washington to win because I wanted Washington against versus Brooklyn in the first round.
To tire them out, right? To kind of hopefully because
I just want to see Westbrook and KD and Harden all talk smack to each other the entire
I would. But what I mean, like how could I explain to you how bad Westbrook played, Ben? Like it was just
it's
horrendous, man. It was horrendous.
LeBron's on the ground. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't want. I know my stream is you're a little laggy, so I didn't want to ruin it. I didn't want to be like, I don't want to put my head like this, like, oh, and then you'll be like, what happened, Chris? Don't tell me. yeah.
He's a basketball player.
Let me see how bad it is. No, he didn't even hit his head. Oh, dude, he's freaking doing LaFlop.
Oh, he just got pushed in the face.
He didn't
got punched in the face.
No, push. He just pushed him like this when he went up for a layup. Draymond pushed his face.
Yeah, but then LeBron held his head like this as if he hit his head, and he didn't hit it. He didn't hit his head when they slow it down. LaFlop. Oh man, I'm not a fan.
I can't stand that, man. Back to the podcasting bullshit. Can we talk? Oh my god. Okay. Can we talk about this Kwame rant? Kwame Brown.
Oh, I didn't hear it, but I just heard different breakdowns of it from certain radio stations and podcasts I was listening to.
Okay, you listen to podcasts and radio stations. All you had to do was go on his podcast or go on YouTube. I saw on YouTube he has multiple videos, not just one. I thought it was just one, him in the car, but multiple videos the past couple of days, just tearing everybody a new asshole. Who did he get? The main ones that he got were Matt Barnes, which was the funniest.
I heard about the Matt Barnes and
Arenas.
And Jackson.
Yeah. Jackson and Stephen A. Smith were the main ones, and he went out at Rachel a little bit too.
Rachel Nichols?
Yeah.
What the hell did she ever have to say about
because
Kwame?
She runs the show, The Jump.
Yeah, but like, I mean, she's not
because
like a commentator.
Because the comments happen on that show. Anyone who's involved and throws the 2 cents in, you're all susceptible to whatever wrath. In most cases, like he must have just got his eye poked out, to be honest. Sorry. In most cases, I would be like, this dude's just batshit crazy, but Kwame Brown has been quiet for decades, dude.
Yeah. He never looked at anything as a player. Yeah,
taking all the mental abuse, like everyone saying stuff and saying nothing, and he finally just snapped and just everything came out. So in that first one, he was grilling Matt Barnes and Jackson and stuff, but he broke it down and he started going into the numbers, and I was thinking about it, it's like there's a lot of logic in this. He's not just talking out of his ass, but then he'll go back on a mad rant and get like crazy. But when he was breaking it down, he was talking about, how am I supposed to get the ball? Look at the numbers in the short period of time. I started looking at his minutes to be like 17 minutes a game, but he'll still have 10 points and like 6 or 7 rebounds. So it's like, imagine if you got more time, or you look at the team, you have someone like Arenas who's going to put up 30 shots a game like a Iverson. And then after that, he goes to Lakers with Kobe.
Well, it started with Arenas, right? Because it was Arenas talking on the podcast with all the Smoke podcast, right? With Barnes and Jackson.
Technically, no, but that was the straw that broke the camel's back, because people have been talking shit all these years.
Well, then I was listening and they were talking about that he was on YouTube or on Twitch or something, and everybody was grilling him on that too. And that's what he also, it wasn't that he was taking it funny, he was taking it like personally. And then people were like ranting on him, like, "Hey, Kwame, remember that time you and Kobe combined for 82 points?" And he I guess I don't know if it was on video or if he was writing back, but I guess they were saying that he was really pissed off about it, to the point where he was saying, "Well, how do you think Kobe made all 82 of those points? Who was setting the screens for him? It was me." Correct. But it wasn't like a joking thing. Like he was like.
He probably was. I wasn't watching, but
and people were just grilling him about it.
Yeah, but if you think about it logically, he has a valid point. Like, how are you going to succeed and thrive when you're on teams where there's a ball hog? What are you supposed to do? It's like I'm surprised your numbers were so high, Ben, playing with this dude.
What are you talking about? I'm throwing dimes. I'm throwing dimes.
Chris is like Westbrook, bro, but he can shoot from the outside a little better.
No. But, I mean, think about who he played with, though. He came into the league. He was under under Jordan or
Under Jordan,
draft pick of Jordan, and
Jordan
then
was
he played
bashing
with,
him too.
he
Yep.
played with Arenas, and then he goes to gets
Kobe.
traded to the Lakers, and he's playing with Kobe.
Yeah. So by then, and then
That's
the
was
whole
pretty much his entire prime was those 2 years, and once he left the Lakers, he was kind of already well. I mean, he was
no,
ascending
you say
then,
2
but-
years. Look at the stat, the career stat. Like he was with those teams for multiple years.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm saying.
and the rumors about him too, about his small hands, which I thought was stupid to begin with, because he's a 7-footer. How small are your hands? They're not my size hands. So it's like, how small are your hands actually? So he even broke down that aspect of it, that whole myth about his hands are too small to catch the ball.
Yeah,
Which is stupid.
Yeah.
But everyone played it up and kept on doing it. They used to do that about Eldon Campbell, which didn't make sense to me when he was, with the Lakers. Oh yeah, he does pretty good with small hands blocking shots. What the fuck? He's 6'11".
Listening to a couple of guys, or one guy specifically I was listening to, kind of broke it down in the way on Kwame Brown's side, where there was a lot of guys during that time coming out of or going straight to the NBA from high school, from Kobe, Garnett, and then Kwame Brown came in, Jonathan Bender, Jermaine O'Neal. Those three guys I remember coming in success or back to back almost, and even Eddie Curry came in the same time with Chase on not Prince, Chandler, Tyson Chandler, and all those guys. I mean, Tyson Chandler, I think, was a pretty good defender, but all those other guys really didn't amount to the success that Kobe or Garnett or anybody else who brought in those expectations. And once you come in like that, and man, those guys are babies, man. Even Kobe and Garnett to a certain degree too, but they handled it a lot better. And I mean, at 18 years old, if I come into the NBA and I have Michael Jordan,
he was 17. He was actually 17.
17, yeah.
He was
17.
No, but they had time though, bro. They had time. They got playing time.
Up, man. I mean, when do you really mature into an adult? At 17, 18, 19, 20, 21?
That part's
that's
true.
5 years right there.
But the ones who succeeded had playing time.
But even then, also like what Ben was saying, like, okay, you're 17 years old. At the time, LeBron's not there. It's Michael Jordan, known as the greatest of all time, and he's grilling you, he's bashing you, he's doing the Jordan thing, like dude,
talking to you like you're supposed to be a 27-year-old man. And
correct. Like you're just lowering his self-esteem. Like, how the hell am I gonna go in games? Like, I remember one of the things, like me playing, not that I was anybody, but I remember like one of the differences between high school and college is in high school, I was scared. I was scared to do the wrong thing on the court because I was scared that my coach would take me out or how they would talk to me. I was scared of that. It wasn't until like I was a little older where I was like, you know what? I don't give a freaking crap. If I don't do what I'm supposed to do, at least I tried or whatever. Like at 17 years old, hearing that from Jordan, I'm sure on the court, he's so freaking nervous. He's nervous to throw a pass. He's nervous to do this. He's nervous to do that. Like, I don't know. I could see that.
In a way, I give him Kwame Brown a benefit of the doubt, but it was also his decision to turn pro at the same time too. So it's not that I'm on the side of Kwame Brown on this or saying he's justified for what he has to say, but he did throw himself into that pot. And
you can't blame a man who has no money. Like,
so what?
If someone says you're a number one pick, don't give that bullshit. If someone could make that money and help their family, and he could buy his mom a house, which was part of his thing, is like, everyone clowns me for being a failure, but I bought my mom a house at 18 years old.
Yeah. I don't think Kwame Brown's a failure. I don't think anybody that makes an NBA is a failure.
I know, but you said he made that decision to go pro. Like it's
that
like
caused you to say Lakers.
They won. Oh yeah, they won.
All right, anyway.
I guess so. There's 2.1 seconds on my TV.
No, you're late, bro. Hey, you want to make a bet?
Oh, speaking of bets, me and Ben have a friendly bet. $20 and a drink at the bar. Clippers versus Mavs, and he's a huge Mavs fan. So I didn't want to take his money, but I wanted money. And I missed bars, so it's a good combo for me. I should have added chicken nuggets. Can we add chicken nuggets to that?
Either the drink or the chicken nuggets. Which one do you want?
I want the drink.
That's fine. That's a good bet.
No, it's a safe bet for me. It's a Mavs.
I agree, man. Like thinking with Luke, they need to create a term for Luca. Like with
I
this,
feel more comfortable if this was a second round matchup, but I'll still take the first round.
Luca.
Luca. Oh, that's a good one. Because his free throws are terrible. Worst, like one of the worst 3-point percentages in the league. Even though he shoots like a freaking, crazy. Like I'm a fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan, but sometimes,
I know how many Clippers on the team that could guard him and will rotate to make his life a living hell.
Was that all the ones that played him last year?
And the ones who torched the Clippers, well, the main one is gone. He plays for the Knicks. Burks was the dude we could not control at all, and you guys let him go, and you let Curry go. So
that was stupid. That was stupid.
You guys let him go, correct?
Traded Curry.
Yeah. You let him go, and you received something else.
We got Josh whatever his name is back.
Yeah.
Josh Roberts still plays?
No, not Josh Roberts. What's his name?
That Josh trash from Duke?
No, Josh. Oh God.
See, that's how you know how horrible it was. You don't even know who he got for Curry.
They got back JJ Barea.
It was Josh Richardson.
We had JJ Redick playing too.
You do have JJ.
This was a championship when they got Redick.
He did?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Man, you need to look at your text. He said that.
Josh Richardson. That's who we got.
I said that. But the fact that you don't even know who you got and you're like calling shots.
Championship.
Yo, don't hold this against him out there for whoever follows his on a heater and he places bets. He's actually good with that. He's like a Rain Man when it comes to placing bets, but just don't trust him when he talks about the actual players.
when he brings in his personal judgment.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't involve the Mavs, then he's money. When he starts talking about the Mavs, let it go, bro. Just bet the opposite.
Yeah.
We'll see. I would feel more comfortable if this was a second round matchup between the Lakers and the Clippers. Seeing that they never been to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
You mean the Mavs?
The Mavs.
The Clippers.
Oh,
okay. The Mavs
the Clippers never made it out of the second round.
No. Second round knockout.
Second round. You guys are second round all day.
Yeah. That's our championship, bro.
Failures.
If we get to Western Conference Finals, we're gonna put up a banner. It's gonna be dope.
Kawhi's gonna take 3 games off because he's like, we're done.
Hey, you saw that meme that I sent it to a couple people and they thought it was real. Was the it didn't say playoff P anymore. It said MVP.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, some people thought that was real. That's not real.
I was wondering what would happen in the world if the Phoenix Suns play the 76ers in the NBA Finals. You have Chris Paul going against Doc Rivers as the head coach. The old Clipper Finals.
That would be a good game, though. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be my top game, but it's
not going to be horrible.
No, I'm just saying based on the fact that the Clippers never made it to the finals, but yet one of them's got to give now. Either Doc Rivers is going to win or Chris Paul's going to win.
Yeah.
Or the earth explodes. One of those 3 things will happen.
Well, speaking of sports, I mean, last week we had Ben show off some NFT cards that he got. Trevor, you got a little bit of something too. You got to show us what you got.
Don't leave us, man. I don't even know how to get there. We ain't even going through that bullshit.
You're not gonna show us? Or
man. I don't even know how to navigate.
Tell us what you got.
Huh? I honestly don't even remember. Like the best one was a layup from somebody. I swear. I'll post it. Huh?
They gave you a WNBA one.
I posted on my Instagram. After I legit recorded myself as I was opening them, and I posted on my Instagram. So I'll link it into our main Instagram page, and we could do it.
Josh Richardson.
No, you got.
Was that what it was? No, it wasn't. It wasn't him.
Lisa Leslie's last free throw.
I'll take that, man.
Yeah, I'm actually better than anything that he got, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Ben, I know you saw what I got.
I didn't see. I didn't even know that you got a pack.
I had the first picture and I tagged you. I'm like, thanks a lot. And then if you swipe left, it had the video of the pack.
Oh, okay. I gotta check it out.
Yeah, man.
Check it
It
out.
was trash, bro. The best one was like a nice layup by somebody. And I'm like, at least Ben got a dunk from what's his name. That was
Jared
dope.
Dudley layup.
I didn't nah, I got better than Dudley though. So I know you guys aren't heavy on podcasts, but Dave Chappelle started his new podcast.
Oh, rest
And
in
I
peace, Paul
just
Mooney, man.
I just listened to it. Huh?
Rest in peace, Paul Mooney.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. That sucks. I love that dude. But yeah, his podcast called The Midnight Miracle is out now. Check it out.
Just him by himself?
No, obviously not. Well,
Oh.
it's him, but you know, all his guests are always going to be famous people.
Yeah.
So the first one he had Most Def, and I think it was Talib Kweli, and they were just talking about stories, and it was titled "How to Inspire," which is pretty dope. It's not shallow stuff; it's deep.
Yeah.
So Most Def was talking.
Spotify?
I listened to it on YouTube, but I'm sure it's on Spotify.
Is it similar theme to like the Joe Rogan podcast? Because he was just on it a little while ago. Is it like that kind of vibe?
No, because since he had Most Def on and Talib, it's like, hey, can you play this song? And then play a song. The intro was dope. I'm trying to figure out what the intro to the whole podcast is. But yeah, Most Def was talking about like his experiences with trying to inspire and like dealing with friends who are going through depression and trying to help them out and just be around them. Like, what do you do exactly? It was dope. It was really cool. And Most Def was talking about Amy Winehouse and trying to get her out of the dumps and feeling better and what he was doing and flying out there and like whatnot. So it's like, if everything's in the line of that first episode I listened to, like I'm all in, man. I'm gonna listen to everything.
Yeah, I don't see it on Spotify yet, but hopefully soon.
Yeah, dude, just go on YouTube.
The YouTube.
Why are you so afraid of everything? Both of you guys with technology. I had a talk with this guy up here, like, you can't listen to everything you see on social media. I'm like, but ABC is on there and CBS and all the channels and the governor and the mayor, and they're all reporting the stuff that they say on the news.
I just believe that everybody should investigate on their own is all I'm saying. Don't just take what you see on social media, especially from those dumbasses, like just random people spreading fake news. Investigate for yourself. If you see something, read it before you freaking tag it and spread it again. Like I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of spreading.
He's talking about the negative aspect. He's talking about the random influencers, and I'm talking about the actual people who are reporting the same stuff on the news and writing it in the newspapers. Yeah. And the people holding conferences and press events and stuff, like legit people are still on social media reporting the same information, but I'm getting it faster because I'm not waiting 7 o'clock for the news to come out. Just saying. Ben has that look like, I'm staying out of this.
Don't talk about politics.
I understand. I understand both sides.
Yeah.
I just unless I know 100% about it, I ain't putting nothing up.
Yeah, which I agree. I like people who don't do that.
So I post how I feel. I'm emotional. I'm an artist.
All right, Prince.
I know.
Wow. Hey, dude. You know what this is?
Your freshman practice jersey.
I was about to say. I
had to bust it out just because.
Third grade basketball still fits.
No, this shit was baggy. I was only 4'9", 95 pounds freshman year, so this was like too big for me.
4'9", 95 pounds.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but in my head, I always played with bigger people, older kids. In my head, I was a lot taller than I thought I was because I played with older kids all the time. So I had no idea. So when me and Ben used to play when he came to San Gabriel, I used to tell him he was 6'0", and I'd be the one trying to guard him. But then in my head, thinking like, I can't do nothing with him. I have to talk shit to see if just to distract him enough where he had to fuck him up.
Did he ever lock you down, Ben? You ever put the clamps on you? You ever put the
but that was before I had any moves.
Yeah. See, I'm glad you admitted though. But yeah, you're right. Like if he didn't know his own body yet because he was younger, and when he got older, it's like it's done. Like as adults, I can't guard him in the post.
Ben got that nice spin move. Like, how are you gonna guard? How are you gonna guard a guy as wide as Ben with a spin move?
He
Like,
didn't have a spin move. First of all, he wasn't as wide in high school. Second of all, he didn't have that spin move. He didn't have. He had
I
a
barely
shot.
had a hook. I barely had a hook shot.
Yeah, he had a shot, but it wasn't enough to like be fearful. But it was all psychological, and I was just getting in his head so I could guard him. which I messed up. I should have hyped him up to help. I don't know. That was a bad take.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So hype him up like Westbrook and give him so you can watch him miss his shots. Because that's what a lot of teams do. I feel like that's how you take Westbrook out. You can let him shoot like he did.
No, but Ben's not Westbrook though.
No, but you're saying like prior to before he had a shot, if you hyped him up and he kept shooting.
No. After say ELAC range, like that 15 to 18 foot is money. I know it's money. I used to go mow buckets like fucking spades. But prior to that, it wasn't as consistent, but he can still shoot it. It's just that I'd be talking stuff, but he was on my team, which you shouldn't do. You hype, you encourage, you don't knock somebody. But it was just from being around the wrong people all the time where you just knock everyone all the time. We had people like Andrew all the time or Martin who would always be mean and be like, hey, don't shoot no more. You can't shoot.
No.
He would tell me too. I'm like, I'm the second leading scorer on the team just because I don't take as much shot as Martin. Don't tell me not to shoot. What's wrong with you?
See, that's what I imagine MJ telling Kwame, stuff like that.
No, but bro, I ain't Kwame. No, he probably did tell him that. No, for sure MJ told him that.
Of course.
Yeah, if Michael Jordan's telling you that, you're feeling the same way.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan tells me that? Nah, man. I'm eventually fighting that dude.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yo, his word alone is gonna get me kicked out the league. I might as well fight him. He's taking my career away. You're saying that you didn't take Kwame's career away? Because it was pretty close. Anyway,
what else you got, Trev? What else you got for us?
There's actually a lot of stuff. Okay, so a few things pop up on Instagram. Some of these things are like fun things to think about. Since we're drinking, mainly me.
Well, I got my drink here. I finished one already. And
I don't have my drink. I gotta go get it.
So
did you guys talk about your drink already?
No, not yet. But this is a good intro into it.
Well, let me go grab it real quick.
Okay. Go grab your drink. Let's do it and come back with some Similac. Wow, the dead spot in the podcast. This is good.
No, you could ask me the question.
Okay. So when you're drunk, what's the first thing you want? What's the first want that you have when you're drunk?
Horny.
You're horny. You're thinking about sex. You're thinking about sex.
How depend? I guess depends the level of drunkenness. If I'm just good, I get confident. Like if I'm
that's
just
buzzed, but I mean like just drunk.
If I'm drunk, probably like trying to probably horny. Probably.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about mine just real quick.
Okay, we didn't get there yet. Question first.
Huh?
The question first, and then tell us after.
Okay.
Yeah. His question is when you're drunk. His question is when you're drunk, like drunk. What's the first thought in your head? I said
first want.
Want. Okay.
I might want to change mine though, but I haven't.
Too late. He said.
Well, I mean, like I wouldn't lie. I would either say it's either that or food. I would say it's either like if I were like really drunk, I probably want some really tasty like meat probably, or I'm probably thinking of like a female that I could have sex with.
Oh, either way, you're eating.
Yeah, either way.
Out there for all the IG live people, what first want that he has when he's drunk is tacos.
In all ways, in all shapes, no.
That's usually the last want.
Really?
Tacos?
God, Ben.
No,
forget
Ben.
it.
He doesn't get
You are
it.
so
Yeah, I
gullible,
know what
bro.
you're talking about.
Oh my
I just wanted to throw that out there.
God. What about you, Ben?
Yeah, it's the same thing. To be honest with you, when I was younger, it was definitely, oh yeah, I'm gonna go talk to her right there.
Yeah.
Then secondly, it was like, tacos sound good. Sounds good. Fries sound good.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's yours? Are we so weird? Is yours atypical?
It depends on my mood. It could be one of three things. You mentioned two of them. The other one is being if I'm tired of that spot, my want is to get the fuck out and go hit up a new spot. So that's why I would wander when I would be drinking, because I'd be so tired of like the same stuff. This is boring, and I'll dart out. And sometimes, more often than not, I'll leave everybody to go hit up another spot. Or
But that wouldn't mean a want. Your want would probably be social. Your want would be to be social.
no, want to get out.
No, but go be social somewhere else, or
Yeah,
just
to be
go
to be
home.
social
I'll just
somewhere
leave.
else.
No, I wouldn't go home. I go somewhere else.
That's what I mean. So
Yeah,
then
yeah,
your want is to be social. It's not
Like
like
be social in a different,
Yeah.
different,
in a different
atmosphere,
setting.
different-
Yeah, change my
environment.
setting. I want to change the setting
Mhm.
Yeah.
and not be home. I never think of home when I'm drunk.
Hmm.
If I'm drunk somewhere, I don't want to go home. But to get me out the house is hard. But once I get out, I don't want to come home.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't even remember the last time. Well, I don't. Yeah, I honestly. Oh no, I do remember the last time I got drunk. It's been a
The
minute.
last
I
podcast.
mean, even for me now, it's like the only time I ever drink now is either while we're doing this show, or if I'm in Vegas, literally, or on vacation. That's literally the only two times I drink now.
Oh, vacation. Must be nice to go on vacations.
Did you drink in Hawaii?
Oh yeah,
You had Mai Tais?
Mai Tais, lava flows,
Yeah, the monkey barrel.
monkey
Or
barrel,
barrel monkey. Yeah,
What's
blue
that?
Hawaiian.
Monkey Bear? What's that?
It was like a rum with like a banana puree and
it was a banana vodka, wasn't it?
something like that. Yeah.
Oh, kind of like the
Oh, it
howler,
was rum.
like
It
the
was
howler,
It was good.
Huh?
like the how, like you guys weren't around. I mean, I finished the bottle. Howler, the UFC, the Dana White brand. That's a banana. That's a banana liqueur.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I was like-
that's what's so random about it that I talked about on like when I had it. Like, I didn't expect Dana White like to have a banana liqueur like that.
That's extremely random to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So what are you guys drinking right now?
So I got something from Costco. I've been wanting to try it because it brings the best of both worlds. Someone who's a peanut butter lover / whiskey lover as well. And I got Screwball peanut butter
Ugh.
whiskey.
Yo, that sounds gross.
20
That
bucks.
sounds disgusting.
That sounds
That
gross.
sounds disgusting.
Anybody?
I
who's
haven't
watching,
tried
how
it
do you-
yet, so I'm about to
how do you
try it
feel
right
about
now
this?
and see if it is something that I like. But I guess there's a whole bunch of like different things you're supposed to mix with it to make it good or better, or
I want
Like-
to see your facial
Like
expression.
jelly?
I want to see your facial
yeah,
expression.
there's one that's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich drink, and there's another one that's a Reese's peanut butter cup drink, and
Yo, ain't no doubt in my mind when you get drunk, you think about food because now you're trying to mix your food with your fucking drinks. Right?
Wait, I want to see you take that.
Now
First
it kind of looks syrupy to a certain degree.
Yeah. Go ahead. Take a. Oh, that was in the freezer too. Nice.
Yeah, I left it in the freezer, so it's nice and cold.
You know, refined palate.
That doesn't
Well,
look-
it's not the best in the world.
That doesn't look good. Yeah.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Honestly, it's very syrupy to taste to it. So I think it is something that you probably have to mix in there with a couple other things to make it actually.
Is
very-
it very viscous like when we went to Canada and had the ice wines? How it was like too concentrated.
You know
like
what?
you have to-
Yes,
Like
actually, yeah. That kind of actually, you're nailing it on the head right there, where
Mm.
it's extremely concentrated to that point.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Maybe I'll like the second drink.
I know, right?
Just
The
put it on your pancakes.
second-
Make it healthy.
I mean, to be honest with you, it is kind of very syrupy to that
Yeah?
degree. Yeah.
Mm.
So what's the
Not
alcohol
thick.
content? The percentage?
It's 70 proof.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah.
I have to try it.
Oh,
So
I mean,
what do you got up there, Chris?
I actually made myself a hot toddy. If you guys don't know what it is, do you know what it is, Ben? Hot
Hot
toddy.
tea?
Hot toddy. I learned it. I learned it from a business partner of mine. It's like whenever I feel like I have a sore throat or something. No, I do not have COVID. But it's whiskey, it's lemon, it's hot lemon, and then honey, and you put it together and you drink it. It's called a hot toddy. And so whenever I have like I remember when I had like sore throats that his wife would she would make it for me when I would go over. And ever since then, every time I feel like
Whose wife, bro?
my
Where you going
business
on?
partner's wife. Nah, because we used to have we used to like sometimes work out of his home office. But yeah, so it's a mixture and it's really good. So if you ever have like a sore throat, I think I slept with the window open or something, I woke up with a dry throat. But yeah, it's whiskey. It's hot lemon. Like you take a lemon and you squeeze it, like a tea, and then honey, and it tastes really good. It's called a hot toddy. So I made myself a hot toddy, and I was just drinking like the rest of the rum as
What
well.
whiskey do you use with it?
This one I got Woodford Reserve, because that's the only one I have left. I finished my Buffalo Trace. I'm gonna grab a new whiskey this week, so I'll wait for it for next week. I'm gonna grab something new this week, once I finish this. So I'll let you.
Guys are much more classier than what I was drinking.
Ah.
So, since I was waiting, since Ben took so long, me and my roommate, we downed a bottle of a $2 Chuck, the Trader Joe wines that are $2.
Mhm.
And then I made a mixture of, it's the last of the margarita mix, but I put Tito's in it. And then I added some ginger beer. It's actually really good.
I actually would want to try that. That sounds
Really good.
pretty creative. Did you just come up with that yourself? You just like, oh, this would taste good with this?
Is was it the Costco margarita mix?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So it already has a small alcohol content, but I added the Tito's to spice it up,
to make it
and
the
the ginger beer to like tone it down and make it a little sweeter.
I know. I'm actually down to try that. That sounds actually like a pretty good drink.
Yeah,
doesn't sound that bad.
definitely. Yeah, like a summer drink. I prefer, if I would have had time, to blend it and then add ice to make it like a slush.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Yeah.
But the $2 Chucks, I've only had when I go camping, we take $2 Chucks, and sometimes they're actually pretty all right. Like when I go camping, I actually take wines because they get the job done, and you could chill with it. So like yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go.
Same thing with rum.
No, because it's a lot harsher, and then you're always trying to mix it and stuff like that. When wine, it also has a good taste. Like you could just chill with it like as is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You just put it in a little wine cooler and you just chill as you talk. Yeah.
I feel you. All right.
Speaking of camping, not that you guys can, but freaking it's like impossible to find camping spots right now. Like anywhere, like for the foreseeable future. Like
Well,
it's
yeah,
tough.
because
like people are dying to get out.
Are
They're
you
dying to get
new
out.
to this? Are you
No.
new to this game?
No. Well, typically at the beginning of the year, me and my friends, we at the very beginning, we book it for the entire year. We book our trips. We used to book one a month. Right now though, like even cancellations are like very last minute, and they're taken up like in an instant.
So
I would say more so than normal is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So like in October it's already, or September I should say.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's usually you have to book a year in advance. Like, especially the nicer spots like Sequoia and whatnot. It's not like, because a lot of people, it's usually like city people, they think that they could just, let's go camping next weekend. Nah, not if you want.
It doesn't work like that.
That's why they all go to Joshua Tree. It's easier for them. But yeah, the legit camping spots, it's not that easy to get a spot though. But it's cool that are you like, do they at least have like you're on like reserve or whatever back? I was gonna call it back order. So just in case someone drops out.
I put myself on one in San Onofre because I just sold my old Jeep and got a new Jeep, so I'm excited to take it.
Baller, look at this dude.
No, not baller.
Ladies,
Not baller. Not
ladies
baller.
like men with Jeeps because
No, not baller, but car prices, used car prices like went through the roof. And so with my old Jeep, like the price, I would never be able to get what I got for it. So I was like, man, I'll just post it. And if it sells, freaking it sells. And so my old Jeep,
ladies, his Jeep is a hovercraft.
no, okay, right.
You think that's because a lot of people are looking for like little projects to do since they can't leave the house, so they buy older
Yeah.
cars to fix up, supposedly?
It's been intense. Like I can't, I don't even know why. But even
Just
my
look in the Beaumont area. There's so many old people. A couple of the husbands getting, a couple of cars get freed up.
Yeah, finally they get rid of the car that's been sitting in the front yard for 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Same with Palm Springs. Yo, do you guys go on Craigslist?
I do.
No, I don't.
Okay. If you check every once in a while, look in Palm Springs and look in like Westwood area and stuff like that. Like you could find some good stuff, or even if
I used to specifically look in Palm Springs for like cars and stuff because people don't want to go that far for it, but I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go that far for something good. If
Yeah.
it's something real good, I'll freaking drive 2 hours. If it's good,
Yeah.
if it's something good.
And Laguna Beach too. You could get some dope ass patio. Look into it, Ben, please. Dope ass patio furniture, because they got newer stuff that's more expensive to keep up with their neighbors. Yeah, with the Joneses. So they're getting rid of their old stuff, but the old stuff is nice. It's not like cheap stuff. It's like $2,000, like the complete sets that they're getting rid of. And yeah, it's a little weather beaten, but not that bad. Just
We
saying.
actually just bought some, or not bought, but Julie found some people are throwing out old chairs like a couple months ago, and they've been sitting in our garage since.
It's gonna be like Nicolas, where it's gonna be a mixed match of chairs in the backyard. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Chairs for the backyard.
Don't worry for me. I'm not the one that's putting it together. And you already know how Julie is. She wants the cheapest thing possible. So.
But at least I know she's aesthetically gonna try to make them look similar.
Yeah.
So that's
are they chairs, or are they like the patio laying things?
No, they're like this, almost like
lounge?
stools to a certain degree, but they're chairs. Yeah, they're not exactly stool because it's a chair on top, but they're tall like a stool.
But then
like a bar stool.
have a bar though.
Yeah.
You guys don't have a bar back there.
Not yet.
So okay. We're gonna have to see pictures. Link in bottom. Probably not.
Probably not. Not after this.
Okay. How do you guys feel? This is random. How do you guys feel about that? No protests or during the Olympics.
I didn't even know that was happening.
They're not allowing any paraphernalia or any gestures that are focused towards any form of protest when it comes to, or like Stop Asian Hate, Black Lives Matter, or anything that's associated with like the Israeli issues, like yeah. So
from
any
the players or guests? Players.
This is the Olympics. This is Japan. Any player is going to be, or any participant is going to be removed. I don't know if it's the anybody who's invited to the event, because right now the way that their government's running, they're not going to have anybody there, and they actually suggest not having it. This came up recently. So what do you guys think? What do you feel on that subject?
Well, as far as the protests, I would go along saying, I mean, it's Japan, so they're going to do what they want to do. If you're there, I'm assuming you're there to compete in the Olympics. I understand you probably have your message, and quite honestly, once you win or once you come in second place or third place or whatever, what does it matter if you have your message then? So
yeah,
you may not have it in the beginning, but once you're done and you're done with your event, if you're going to choose to do that protest, there's no one there to stop you there or take away your medal after that. So
yeah,
I guess the thing is, Just don't do it in the beginning. Do it at the end.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, like Juan Carlos, like that whole, you know what I mean? It's like they did it back then, and it cost them everything. And like, it's like, why are they trying to enforce that now?
Yeah. Well, I actually think, yeah, Ben, that's a really good point, because if the Olympics are in a certain country, you're subject to their government, and some governments are like some governments you're not allowed to speak about their government at all. Like if we were in Beijing, that would be impossible. Like they're either, you know what I mean? So in a way, being that it's an event in a different country, you're subject to their government's rules. So I agree, I would kind of agree with that, if you have a message to say, yeah, that's a stage, but you're subject to their rules, obey their rules. And then when you get back to your own country as the winner, if you are, then say your message or whatever. I think that's a good route, Ben.
No, I'm even saying just say it on the medal stand.
Yeah,
what are they gonna do?
I'm cool with the medal stand.
Yeah, once you've already won and you want to throw up your fist, like in Germany, the runners from the U.S. that did in Germany.
Yeah.
I mean, who's gonna stop you then?
But
well, the government, you're still
That's fine. Country. You get throw me out of the country. I'm taking my gold medal with me.
They'll put you in jail and you have to run to the embassy.
Have you seen the documentaries? Like, not only did they get shunned, which they usually there's accolades and there's like rewards for it, but they were shunned completely. Not only them, but the Australian that was with them that got third place, he did as well. He wasn't in the Hall of Fame. He wasn't invited to whatever, and he was like the most elite, most prestigious when it came to awards, and like the fastest Australian ever.
You're talking about the guys that raised the fist, right? I can't remember their name.
Yeah, but the third guy on there was Australian.
I thought that was in Germany. That wasn't in Germany?
Yeah. Olympics? But it's not. Well, they were all racist back then, everywhere. So when that Australian went home, they didn't treat him with open arms like, you're our champion. Like, they shunned him. They had like Hall of Fame things. He was not treated so, because he gave like a pin to one of them, and like he gave like he was there for the fight, and like he understood what they were trying to go through, or that they were going through, and he was a part of it. So he sacrificed everything for them, which I saw one documentary. I think I saw it on YouTube. It's pretty good. I feel bad for not remembering his name, but I'll send it to you.
It's also, I think it's also, it relates to each individual athlete, because if you believe as an athlete that your purpose is bigger than sports, then go for it. If your purpose is bigger than sports, then go for it. Yeah, your sports career will be ruined, but if you never saw sports as the be all end all, if you saw, the greater good of whatever you're fighting for is better, than, by all means, go for it.
Yeah, it's everyone's personal preference of what they want to do. If you really want to do is run that race and win it, and that's just what you're there for, then that's what you're there for.
Yeah, but we got so much going on, not just in the US, but in multiple countries. Like,
that's always, man. It's always something's going on.
Yeah,
every Olympic that's ever been held, there's always been something going on.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we should lighten up the mood. Let me find something that's a little more friendly. Oh, this is lighter to me because I thought it was funny because he's an idiot, but this actually happened. So a Brazilian singer fell from the 5th floor to his death. Oh, sorry, that sounds
a lighter mood.
Okay.
Oh, I feel way better now.
Okay, wait.
Oh man,
okay.
Smile on my face.
He didn't want to get caught by his wife because he was having a threesome. So it was him trying to hide, and he fell to his death. Oh. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I honestly don't know if he was trying to hide or just escape. Like, you know what I mean? But he fell to his death and died. Like, how do you feel about that? How do you guys feel about that? Like, if you're ballsy enough to go through that threesome, like you're doing something wrong and gonna put yourself in the wrong position. Like,
I don't think he knew that he would die.
No, but of course he didn't know he would die. But Well,
Like,
wait. How do you feel?
you just want him to own up to it? Like, yeah, I did it, and congratulate me, wife. No,
It's not one. It was two.
so she should just pat you on the back. Oh well, if you were just cheating with one, honey, I'd be okay. But two, I understand.
If she was there, she already knew.
No,
You don't know women then.
no.
If she got
I'm
there,
pretty sure she knew.
she already knew.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you also got to imagine that he's panicking. So logic goes out the brain.
Okay.
The same situation happened to well, not same, but like my father, he's missing. He only has one kidney and he's missing certain ribs because he fled as a child in Nicaragua. He fled from getting a beating from his mom to the roof. He ended up falling asleep on the roof and fell off the roof, and he was in a coma for months and on life support and everything because he fell asleep on the roof as he was hiding from being punished from his mom.
Okay.
So,
Wow. Sorry, viewers. I tried to lighten the mood, and this got real.
Well, it's funny you bring that story up, and man, I'm trying to find the story I'm thinking about right now on here, but I can't. But I think it was Tracy McGrady. He went on a radio show in LA, and he was talking to one of the hosts, and he told the host a story of when they were playing the Lakers. I think it was McGrady. It could have been somebody else, but
Well, I think it was McGrady because it was like the
McGrady.
second floor, right?
Yeah, and they were there, and whenever a road team plays against the Lakers or the Clippers, they stay at the JP Marriott, which is across the street from the Staples Center. And this player who he didn't identify had a female in his room before the game doing what, and he heard a knock on the door, and it was his wife who flew in from wherever to be there at the game. And he told the girl, hey, whatever, when I call you, leave the room, but don't leave the room until I call you. He jumped out the second story window of the hotel to the ground and walked all the way around, walked up the stairs and went, oh, what are you doing here at my hotel? And he took the wife to go eat breakfast or lunch or whatever.
What?
Text the girl, all right, you can leave now. And she left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I remember
for sure that
was trying
wasn't.
to guess who it was. Everyone was guessing it was Yao Ming because he's like
Rocket? No, Yao Ming.
No. It was in his Raptors days, not Rockets, right?
No, it was Rockets. It
Oh,
was
it was Rockets?
It was Rockets.
No way Yao Ming would do that. That's how he hurt his ankle.
I mean,
that's how he hurt his ankle.
Floor? Who else is gonna fall from the second floor and not really get hurt?
Steve Francis. Freaking Steve Francis.
No, I like the Yao Ming thing because he could reach and he won't hurt himself from jumping from the second floor.
Exactly.
Yao Ming's a good guy.
I like that.
Yao Ming's a good guy.
But he still sprained his ankle. And that's why his ankle was always hurt, because he was jumping out the second floor. That makes complete sense. I get it. No. Yeah, I forgot about that story.
When you said that, it totally jogged my memory of that story. That was hilarious.
Oh God.
I never heard that. That's freaking funny.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the story, but yeah.
Okay, so speaking of sex, so another thing I saw was a random meme / question that popped up on Instagram. So in a relationship, are men allowed to turn down sex if they aren't in the mood like women do?
Most definitely, but why?
You don't find it interesting? Because I've actually done this before and it ended horribly.
I've done that before.
It is so bad. So bad.
You're tired, man.
No, because they think it's a game.
I've done it. I did it with the last girl that I did with the last girl that I was dating. She just pissed me off, and like I didn't want to touch her, and then she kept touching me, and I was like, no.
Threw a hissy fit.
I don't want to.
Let go.
I don't even want to be around you. I don't even want to be around you. But she always believed in like whatever the situation, you always hug it out or cuddle it. And I was like, no.
And then you turn your back. And then she put her thumb in.
Don't threaten me with a good time. No.
No, you take the pillow, put pillow fort right there. You stay on your side, I stay on my side.
Wow, that's right. Whatever, Ben. You have no control over that.
No, she's gonna want to argue all night. That's what she.
That's why I'm saying it's not that cut and dry. It's not that simple. Like you do that, then they take it as rejection, and then there's a problem. Whether it's a relationship or the beginnings of one. It seems to be. That's why I thought it was like an interesting thing, because I didn't even think about that, but it is one, and it derives from things that happened in the past couple months about me turning down certain opportunities and certain people not liking it at all. But my reasoning was very logical. So
I think that's also a young person's like question too, because a young person thinks differently than an older person, as far as that matter.
very true.
Yeah,
Well, they won't say no even if they don't want it.
Correct. You're correct. Like Ben said, like in my 20s, it's a different story.
Yeah.
Different
But
story.
it's still a good question because
No, it
answers
is.
could vary.
It is. It's a good question. It's a fair question.
Yeah.
All right, I got a question for you guys. Since Trevor is a White Sox fan, what do you think of your coach Tony La Russa punishing a player for hitting a home run on a 3-0 count after they're blowing out a team 14-5?
He's outdated. He's a really good coach, but that dude's outdated. Like,
that to me,
3-0, you take that.
Baseball.
Yeah, that's why it hasn't evolved. That's why the popularity has dropped, because he won't let the people excel. Like, and those numbers do matter more than any other sport, in my opinion. So that home run could easily make that kid more money down the road.
Possibly a $2 to $3 million home run right there.
Yes. So I don't agree with him. I don't like that shit. I love my team, and I'm happy that they're even in this position to be in conversation, because they haven't in the last I was gonna say 10 years, bro. We are almost pushing 20 years.
All right, I'm ready to play a second game.
Uh-oh.
Name a White Sox.
Huh?
Name
a White Sox? A former White Sox or
no? Name a current Chicago White Sox player.
Damn it! He's the best. Tim Anderson.
Oh, you got the easy one. Ah, damn it!
You asked me.
Two. That was an easy one. I should have said two. Damn it!
Too late. No, we're done with this game. Yo, it's been so long. Like, I watch them. I was like, they're horrible, and it's crazy how baseball cycles them in and out so frequently. It's hard. Like, you have to be on the ball every year, because they're dropping like flies. Like, especially on a bad team. Like, they'll trade everybody. Anyone has any potential? Oh, obviously Abreu, who got hurt recently. But they cycle him in and out so frequently, it's kind of hard to keep up if you're not always watching them. And I can't watch baseball because it's fucking boring. It was boring when I played. It was legit boring when I played. So
I can sit and watch an entire 9-inning baseball game as long as it's the Dodgers or a team I'm betting on.
But you can't you're putting bets into it. That's cheating.
No, but I could watch a Dodger game first inning to 9 innings without no problem, without having a bet on it.
I can't even watch it if I'm sitting at the game.
I can easily watch baseball. I like baseball.
The thing for me for baseball that I can't do with the other sports is I can also watch a baseball game while listening to a podcast, folding my clothes, sweeping something up, cleaning around the house, cleaning out my garage, vacuuming.
I never thought about that. I
can watch a baseball game no problem while doing all those other.
No, but what you're telling me is you can listen to a baseball game. You're not watching it. You're doing exactly what I do when I'm at a baseball game.
No, I'm watching it on my phone.
To the baseball game. We'll look over, and then we'll continue doing what we're doing. I go to a baseball game to hang out with my friends and drink and eat.
Yeah,
and bullshit.
What everybody does.
Yeah, exactly. That's what everybody does when they go to baseball.
But any other sport, we're there to watch a sport, and everything else is the backdrop. But in the baseball environment, it's the opposite.
So are you saying baseball is not a sport?
No, I'm not saying baseball is not a sport.
Just like golf?
No, it's not.
No, let's not get on that tangent again.
No,
We're
because
done with that
Ben's
one.
gonna get mad.
We're done with that one.
Ben's gonna get
No,
mad.
I'm just saying I get what you're saying, how certain people could find baseball to be boring, and I understand that, but I'm just saying, me as a person, I can watch an entire baseball game sitting on the couch drinking a soda or eating dinner or whatever, but then I can also do it while doing multiple other things, which I can't do for other sports. If I'm sitting and watching a football game on Sunday, I'm sitting there watching. I'm not doing anything else
Do you know why?
because it's exciting. It's going on. There's no stoppage. There's constant action with
Yeah.
baseball. But you see, baseball to me is kind of like the
highlights do the whole game.
yeah, but
Highlighting it's the whole game.
baseball. How can I put this? Baseball to me, if you like candy, baseball to me is the little
Ever-stopping
jelly
Godstopper.
that's in between. Yeah, in between the regular candy that you're constantly sucking onto to get to the point where
So you're saying it sucks?
because you
You're saying
you got to get ball and play. You got that little couple seconds of action in between that to enjoy, and then you're waiting again.
Yeah,
It's a patience game.
yeah, it is definitely. It is very, very. It revolves around not just watching it, but playing it. It's all your mind, like the head game.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you see guys who's second base. What's his name? Who's the second baseman? Biggio, who they said he has the yips, and he couldn't throw from second base to first base for like a year and a half. That shit was crazy.
Are you talking about his son now?
No, Biggio back in the day. He has a son who plays?
Yourself. Yeah, his son's second baseman for the Blue Jays.
That's crazy, man.
Dude, the Toronto Blue Jays is full of old players' sons.
Not Delgado's son. There's a Guerrero sons there, right?
Guerrero's son,
Vladimir
Gabriel's
Guerrero?
son. Yeah, there's a
I
couple.
was actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. I was literally just last week, I was looking through the list, and I think it said baseball has the most father-son former players than any other sport. And I didn't know that. However, out of all of them, there was only 4, or it's either like 4 or 2 that both the father and son have won a title. Like that's like rare or impossible.
Who was that?
I can't remember the names, but like Griffey
Cora?
Griffey didn't.
No.
It's like only it's very low. Like it's something like 200 to 300 different father-son teams, but like 2 ever both won. Like they
I can't even think of one off the top of my head.
Something like that, but I it's just something I looked up because I was interested.
It's about to be the LeBrons in 5 years, though.
Nah, Bronny's not winning nothing.
Hey, man, we don't know where he's going, but he's going.
Well, they'll be the first ones in the NBA to actually play in tandem. That's never happened.
Yeah.
Like actually playing in tandem together. Because then you're talking, yeah. I mean, for LeBron to play, 20 seasons,
That's crazy. I think he could do it, though, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I don't know. After that LaFlop head injury tonight, I don't know.
Is he okay?
Out. He's obviously okay. He hit the game-winning 3. Freaking Chuck.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That was just a fake. Okay, so prior to starting this, we were kind of discussing Jupiter's Legacy. Have you seen it yet, Ben?
I still didn't watch it.
Okay. So we can't really go over it.
I watched. Yeah, I like I'm on like the 4th episode. I actually, I have a bit to say about it, but we'll wait. We can wait.
He is.
I like it, Ben. I truly like it. It's like a boys, but not as good.
No, it's a girls. That's wrong. Scratch that, everybody.
I was about to say that's rude.
No, no.
It's not as good in every aspect. The writing, the animation, in every way, it's not as good. But I'm saying, like, at the very basic level, at the thematic level, like maybe.
No. He's only Ben. He only
I also haven't seen it all. I also
Ben. Yeah, he's only gotten halfway through, and he hasn't even got through the stuff that irks me the most.
Mhm.
And he's only saying that because it's not cookie cutter like DC Universe. So you'll see sex, you'll see drugs, you'll see rock and roll.
Okay.
So that's why he's saying The Boys.
Is there going to be a second season?
Honestly, it's left. What? How can I not spoil?
Well, like, why not? Because Netflix needs original content, so I wouldn't doubt it.
It's a comic book, so I'm not spoiling anything. There's more story to tell.
Yeah, but Netflix. All I'm saying is Netflix needs original content, so they're coming up with that movie, that Dead or whatever.
No, I saw it a couple days ago. Army of the Dead.
It's out already?
No, I saw it on bootleg.
Oh. I was about to say we're on YouTube. We're gonna.
No, it did come out already.
No, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't? Okay.
I think it comes out on like Friday or something like that.
Mm.
But I'll save that for later.
But what I'm saying is because they lost their Disney contracts, so with the Daredevil and everything, so they're gonna this whole thing where Netflix focuses more on like documentaries and stuff like that. It's gonna get old, so they're gonna need to. Right now, they're piggybacking off the fact that superhero stuff is freaking. Superhero stuff is just ridiculous. So why not?
But they don't even have The Boys or Invincible or.
But be good.
Yeah.
They're like Amazon's killing you with the superhero stuff so far.
Oh yeah.
The Boys is great. Invincible was great.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw they make some bad ones too. I saw an old folks home version, and they have famous people in the old folks home who were former superheroes. It's on Netflix. I mean, Amazon. I can't remember the name. It was horrible. I should have wrote it down, but it's so bad. It's senior citizen. Oh, the bald dude, something Gossett Jr. Lou Gossett Jr. is one of the superheroes, and there's another guy who's it might be one of the. I don't know. It don't even matter. They're just bad, dude. But at least they're trying. But Amazon has more content that I'm more interested in, but they don't post this or have new stuff as frequently as Netflix. But Netflix seems to be one-dimensional now, and yeah, you're right. It's like the documentaries are really good. Outside of that, they're taking stuff from overseas. That's not that bad. I saw Oxygen. Right? I saw Oxygen. Have you seen that yet?
I don't know why I thought I saw it, but I haven't seen it, but I saw the
trailer
on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it was like European, and they dubbed it to English. But at first I'm like, this is whatever. But then the more I heard,
there was another show that has like people with red masks, and they're like bank robbers, and they dubbed it, and
that Latin one.
Yeah, I couldn't focus on it. I tried. I wanted to be invested, but I'm not good with dub stuff. Like
dubstep. No one likes dubstep. I couldn't get with that because I'm not really into the heist films. Yeah, that's why
I think it's called Heist, actually.
Yeah, it is. That's why I couldn't. That Army of the Dead. Yo, it's so convoluted.
Really? I'm excited for it.
First of all, it's a Snyder film.
I think it's gonna be super cheesy and just like terrible. I mean, I like it. I'm down for it.
But it wasn't even. It didn't make fun of itself enough for me to put it at that level of like enjoyment. It was entertaining because there was a lot of action, but it wasn't at that level of just like campy, Dawn of the Dead type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a bank robbery. It was a zombie movie, and it was I'm not gonna say the third one because I'm not gonna spoil it.
I have my questions on it too, because I did get that from the trailer that there was money involved, but I'm like, all right, if it's the end of the world,
currency
doesn't matter. Like rats are money. Like, I didn't like, and I'll find out. So
they tell you immediately. You'll learn. You'll in the first 10 minutes, you'll know what's going on, and they'll make it make sense. Okay. Yeah, they'll make it make sense. But I'll leave it at that. So when it comes out, you guys can watch it because me, Ben. If I can get my hands on some bootlegs, man, and I'm not, and it ain't a superheroes. I'm watching the theaters. I'm paying all the money, but that type of stuff, I get the bootlegs.
Yeah.
And I blame where we lived. They introduced me to bootlegs. Right, you too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember, I remember my dad used to get the bootlegs where like the guy's filming with his freaking camcorder in the movie theater. I remember like my not my first Toy Story movies, but he gave me like I think it was like Toy Story 2, like super early, and I was all excited. But you got people walking through with popcorn, and I'm as a kid, I don't even care. I don't even care. But as I started getting older, I'm like, what the hell is this? Why the hell would I want that?
That sucks.
You're selling these for like $10 a piece when I can get the real DVD later for $12. Like,
yeah. Well, I don't know if you're talking about if you meant this, Trevor, but where we used to live in LA, downtown LA, the guy that lived there before us had some kind of job in Hollywood, and they mailed us all the movies that were like for the Oscars that year,
Yeah,
like ahead of time, and we got all like it was like 5 to 7 different like movies.
yeah. Anything that was nominated, we're getting. So technically, that wasn't even bootleg. We're getting
the real version. Yeah.
Yeah, the studios were mailing us their DVDs.
Yeah.
For us to watch. To get our reviews.
Yeah.
If you guys are acting like him, or you're.
And then, dude, they sat there for a while. We didn't open them immediately. We're like, should we open it?
Yeah,
is this illegal?
Like, shit, we could go to jail if we open these problems.
We're posting this. We didn't open them.
We did not watch.
I don't know.
That's a federal offense.
Actually, it's been over 7 years.
I don't even remember what movies they were, to be honest with you.
Wait, it's over 7 years. Can we get? Yeah. No, I don't know nothing.
I've never seen any DVD ever in my life.
No. To make it fair, I think I'm still getting mail over there. I don't know. I don't switch anything immediately. I was getting stuff in Claremont still.
My mail is always at my parents' house. I never switch it ever.
Oh, nice. I should, but my parents moved. That's why I'm still getting stuff at Claremont. Oh, they moved from Claremont to Beaumont.
Oh, okay.
So, there was an announcement. I think it was yesterday that DC is gonna make a Injustice League movie.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually just read about that today. I'm actually excited for that.
Yes.
So the Injustice, the storyline there is a different universe where the Joker kills Lois Lane, and he kills him by tricking Superman to thinking that Lois Lane was Doomsday by using fear toxin and mixing it with kryptonite. So Superman breathed it in, and he saw the illusion of Doomsday in front of him, but it was really Lois Lane and his unborn child, and he threw her into space as a way of defeating Doomsday.
And not just that, there was a bomb in her, or a thing in her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
remote. Right. So if her heartbeat stopped, then a bomb would explode in the city. So
it was all Metropolis that blew up.
Yeah.
And it drove him insane, and it ended up being a whole thing where he ends up killing the Joker, and then him and Batman are kind of like in a civil war type of situation.
Yeah, which is pretty dope.
Yeah, it was actually a really good storyline. Goes along with the video game that came out.
Yeah, that's how I watched it. Was the video game cutscenes on YouTube.
But they did the whole comic book storyline with it as well.
Yeah.
And they even went past what the video game was gonna ended up being, and it was really good.
Oh, they did?
Henry Cavill. They're keeping Henry Cavill and
no, they're doing it the cartoon style.
Oh, cartoon. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole cartoon.
Yeah, so
and they're better at cartoon.
They're better at the cartoons than they are the movies, so I'm expecting it to be really good.
Oh yeah, they make the best cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cavill's gone. He's gone. He's Marvel. And speaking of gone, so is David Bautista.
Yeah, he's not gonna be Drax anymore. That was kind of
really.
Yeah, he's saying that.
Is it because he made all those statements against Disney on how the unjust firing of Gunn?
No, he's just done with the character. He said if they're going to continue on with the character of Drax, that they should do a prequel with somebody different as the character. Yeah. And they kind of question him. So is this your last movie as Drax? And he didn't really answer with a yes or no, but it was kind of came off as a yes.
Oh, well, the one that I saw it felt that way. He said something about someone can like carry on if they
Mhm.
did, like when we know the character's strong enough to have their own film because it's very in
Mhm.
depth and heartfelt and like,
Yeah.
yeah, it makes sense. But he's done. I know he wants to be Bane so bad, and I want him to be Bane.
I, I I don't
You
know.
don't.
I don't want him to be Bane. But I don't know if he can do it good or not, to be honest with you.
Anything's gonna be better than Hardy's Bane. I
I
don't
like
care.
him.
I don't care about his
I think they
accolades.
did it. I
His
like.
accent was horrible. The fight scenes were trash. Trash. I don't care what anyone says. The fighting of Batman sucks to begin with. That's why they cut and they move
I was
certain
about to
ways.
say that. I was about to say that question. There's never been a good fight scene in any Batman movie.
Yes, but the storyline was so good and so strong, and the villains were good enough prior to the third one, that it could sustain itself.
I
But
honestly, I think because Batman live action movies are notoriously bad in fight scenes, I think the only way that they could actually make it good is if they go a little more CG. And I hate how DC goes CG, but if they go a little more CG to show like it, because in the cartoons, Batman is super agile. You know, he's throwing kicks
He's a
in the air
ninja.
and like this and that, like huh?
He's like a ninja.
He's like a ninja. So it's
no,
like if
he
they
is a
did it in the
ninja.
cartoon. So if they did something like that, like a Batman Beyond type of thing in live action, if they had like you know, I don't think Patterson is gonna do it. Yeah, no, actually, I think he's probably gonna have more
Do
terrible bad.
you watch the movies? They did it. The best fight scene was Affleck when he's throwing the crates, he's cracking people's necks and backs. Like that one scene when
Still
he's getting
stiff.
Martha.
He's
That is the
still
best
stiff.
Batman scene ever.
He's still super stiff.
No, that was CG.
But it's
That
still
wasn't real.
it would. But what I'm saying, I didn't think it was great. I didn't think I know
No,
exactly the scene you're talking about. I didn't think it
thus
was great.
far, that's the best Batman fight scene ever.
Well, because they
What
went
is?
CG. Because they
Huh?
went CG then. Because they
Yes, they
went.
did.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's done. They did it.
Yeah,
But
but
hey,
they could
if you
do
want,
better. They could do better.
yeah, they could. The best sequence ever is that one video game. The was it
Got Arkham
the
Asylum.
Yeah, the
the
one where he
one the
fights
one,
Deathstroke.
yes. Oh
Yeah.
my god, that was dope. I don't even care.
That was
Just
a
make a
cartoon.
live action version of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I do my limited fake Bane?
Yeah.
Go.
The part where he's talking to all the people surrounded him after they take over Gotham.
Mhm.
I want to give it back to you, the people. No,
We should all give our best Bane impressions. That was like too high of a voice. It needs to be lower.
the people. I don't know why he says it like that. It's like, what the hell are you talking? I thought you had like this super deep voice, but you say the
The people. The people.
I just want to apologize to everyone out there for whatever. Yo, can we just cut that clip? Can you make that clip?
entertain you,
The
the people.
Chris, can you cut that clip and just like have that run
The people.
and we could post it everywhere? And it's like tell you about the new episode that's out and then have him do that.
The people.
Yo,
I like it. Oh.
Ben
Yes,
needs
I
to
got
get
one.
outside more than I do.
Mm.
Oh my god. Okay, so another thing that came up because I follow a guy in Atlanta and all he does is take pictures and record people that are roaming around because they film the Marvel comics and so DC also is filming a lot in Atlanta. So apparently Sacha Baron Cohen and his wife are both there having lunch on the set of Thor. So do you think they're going to be characters in it or are they just really close to people there because they're there?
Who's the director?
The director is Waititi, and it could be anything. It could be as simple as being part of the whole crew where they have, you know, like the fake Thor, the fake, you know what I mean, the reenacting like a play.
Yeah, they're
But-
doing all that all over again.
But if you got Sasha, he has a wide range. You could throw him in there for, even if it's like a CG character or something. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think they'd waste him on just the theatrics, like for a little play, because they already have a packed cast for the play. What do you guys think?
What would he play though? Who would he be?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd have to really think about that for a while. I don't want to give a bunch of dead air trying to think about this, but would it be that much of a waste? I mean, if they use him just for that play scene, I don't really see it that much of as a waste. I really can't picture him playing any real character. I know he's kind of he does have kind of a wide range ability of to act out certain characters, but just for comic relief for that whole play scene, I think it'd be great if he's in it.
Yeah, but they already have a lot of comic relief on that play. If you add
the director, freaking
no, what's her name? McCarthy. McCarthy's in there already as Hela.
Yeah.
So like that alone with who they already have,
He
like
plays the Doctor Strange character, Tony Stark, in that play.
It's supposed to be the death of the dad, no?
Is it? Yeah. Oh, Doctor Strange was part of it when they were asking him if he knew where Odin was, when Loki and Thor go and ask him if he knows where, or if they know where Odin is.
That's true, but I don't even know if they know. Oh, whatever it is, it's still interesting that both of them came to visit because they're both actors and can do some stuff. So I just found that very, very interesting. So, and that's the end of my little list.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah. I had more stuff, but it got more graphic.
I actually had a couple things on the list, and I left it on my train yesterday.
You over there busting trains still?
But you covered the Kwame Brown one. That was the only one I can remember.
That thing was so funny, that Kwame Brown, especially when he got into the whole Mama's Recipe. Y'all know about Mama's Recipe? You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today.
I gotta watch the full episodes because I only saw as I'm watching my sports people, they're only showing clips, so I've never fully seen like the whole rants. I've only seen
multiple
segments of it. So I gotta go watch that.
But now that you waited, now you have to see Stephen A's response, Matt Barnes' response, Steven Jackson's response. Like they're all Arenas' response. He's posting memes on Instagram.
I get that's what I was about to say. He would be my favorite. He would be my favorite to hear what he has to say. That guy's a goon. That guy
is Arizona, man. Wildcat.
I love him. I love him.
Yeah, they're all pieces of shits, but I love him because it's my school. But yeah, he's bad.
No, I want to hear it. But anyway, I want to hear your opinions too. So please post a comment on any of the topics we talked about today, or if there's something that you want to hear our opinion on, put that in the comments as well, and we'll make sure to address it on the next episode. But we are Public Diversion. I'm Chris. That's Trevor. That's Ben. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.
For you, the people.
Oh my God.